Perfection is often seen as the ultimate goal, the ideal standard that everyone should strive for. We are taught from a young age that in order to be successful, we must excel in every area of our lives, whether it's in school, work, relationships, or personal achievements. The pursuit of perfection can create immense pressure, leaving little room for mistakes or growth. However, this constant striving for flawlessness can ultimately be limiting. Embracing progress over perfection allows you to shift your mindset and focus on the journey rather than the unattainable end goal. When you embrace progress, you stop getting bogged down by the idea that you need to be perfect. Instead of obsessing over every detail and flaw, you learn to celebrate the small steps forward and appreciate the growth you experience along the way. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. No matter how much we achieve, there is always something more to do, always another level to reach. The idea of perfection leaves us stuck, constantly feeling like we haven't done enough or that we're not good enough. The progress, on the other hand, is something tangible. It's about taking consistent action, no matter how small, toward your goals and dreams. Each step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. By focusing on progress, you shift your energy from the fear of failure or not measuring up to a mindset that recognizes that each effort matters. Progress is about looking at where you started and how far you've come, rather than focusing solely on how far you still have to go. One of the key benefits of embracing progress over perfection is that it frees you from the constant pressure of having everything just right. It gives you permission to try, fail, learn, and grow, without the paralyzing fear that one mistake will derail everything. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination because the fear of doing something imperfectly keeps us from even starting. But when you choose progress, you give yourself the freedom to begin, to take action, and to make mistakes along the way. This shift in focus allows you to build momentum, which is one of the most powerful forces in achieving anything. When you're focused on progress, you're motivated by the small victories that accumulate over time. Each achievement, no matter how minor it seems, fuels your confidence and determination. Instead of being disheartened by setbacks or delays, you learn to use them as lessons, understanding that failure is not a reflection of your worth but an opportunity for growth. Another aspect of embracing progress is that it helps you let go of unrealistic expectations. The idea of perfection often stems from external standards and comparisons to others. But the truth is, everyone's journey is different. What looks perfect to one person may not be the right fit for someone else. By focusing on your own progress, you stop comparing yourself to others and instead measure your success by your own standards. It's about understanding your unique path and celebrating the milestones that are significant to you, not to anyone else. This shift also allows you to be more compassionate with yourself. Perfectionism can lead to harsh self-criticism and unrealistic self-judgment. But when you focus on progress, you recognize that every step, even the small ones, is part of your growth. You learn to appreciate the effort you put in, even if the outcome isn't exactly what you envisioned. Progress is a reflection of your resilience, your ability to keep moving forward despite challenges. One of the most empowering things about embracing progress is that it makes success feel more attainable. Perfection can often feel out of reach, like something only a select few can achieve. But progress is something that everyone can experience, regardless of their starting point. It's about continuous improvement, about showing up each day and doing the best you can. When you focus on progress, you acknowledge that success is a journey, not a destination. Embracing progress over perfection also allows you to take risks. Perfectionism can create a fear of failure, which leads to playing it safe, avoiding anything that might result in disappointment. But when you prioritize progress, you become more willing to take chances, knowing that the experience itself is valuable, even if the result isn't perfect. This openness to taking risks fosters creativity, innovation, and growth. You become more resilient in the face of challenges and less afraid to step outside your comfort zone. It's important to remember that progress is not always linear. There will be times when it feels like you're moving backward or that things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like. This is part of the process. Embracing progress means accepting that growth happens in waves and that it's okay to experience setbacks. What matters is that you keep going even when the path isn't clear. The journey of progress is about persistence, learning and improving, not about achieving perfection. By choosing progress over perfection, you open the door to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. You free yourself from the suffocating grip of perfectionism and give yourself the opportunity to experience true growth, both personally and professionally. Progress teaches you that every step, no matter how small, is worth celebrating, and that the value lies in the journey itself, not in reaching some unattainable standard. With this mindset, you can create a life that is rich in learning, discovery, and continuous improvement. Believing in your own power is one of the most transformative acts you can undertake. It means recognizing the immense potential within yourself and trusting that you have what it takes to overcome challenges, achieve your goals, and create the life you desire. Many people struggle with self-doubt, questioning whether they are capable or worthy of success. However, embracing the belief in your own power is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. When you trust in your abilities, you begin to tap into the confidence and resilience that allow you to navigate life's obstacles with determination and grace. Believing in your power is not about arrogance or a sense of superiority. It's about having a deep understanding of your worth and your unique gifts. Every person has something valuable to offer, whether it's their creativity, problem-solving skills, empathy, or perseverance. When you recognize your own potential, you begin to see opportunities where others might see obstacles. This mindset shift allows you to approach life with a sense of agency, knowing that you have control over how you respond to challenges and how you pursue your dreams. One of the key aspects of believing in your power is developing self-confidence. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's about having faith in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. Life is full of uncertainties, but when you believe in your power, you approach each situation with the confidence that you can rise to the occasion. Even when things don't go as planned, you trust that you have the resilience to keep moving forward and find new solutions. Self-belief also means letting go of the fear of failure. When you believe in your power, failure is no longer seen as something to be avoided at all costs, but rather as a stepping stone on the path to success. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, refine your approach, and come back stronger. People who succeed are not those who have never failed, but those who have learned to embrace failure as part of the journey. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking risks and pursuing their goals. But when you trust in your own abilities, you are willing to take those risks, knowing that failure is simply a part of the process. It's also important to understand that believing in your power is a continuous practice. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't mean you will always feel confident. There will be times when you face self-doubt or encounter situations that test your strength. However, the more you reinforce the belief in your power, the more resilient you become in the face of adversity. It's about building a mindset that is rooted in self-compassion, persistence, and a commitment to your own growth. Believing in your power also involves recognizing that you are the architect of your own life. You have the ability to make choices that align with your values, aspirations, and desires. Many people feel stuck in circumstances because they believe they don't have the power to change their situation. However, every day offers new opportunities to take charge of your life, whether it's by setting clear goals, building healthy habits, or making decisions that move you closer to the life you want to create. Taking ownership of your power means no longer waiting for others to give you permission to succeed. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that someone else holds the key to your success or happiness, whether it's a boss, a partner, or a friend. But the truth is, you have the power to shape your own destiny. When you believe in your power, you stop relying on external validation and begin to trust that you are capable of achieving your dreams through your own efforts. Another crucial part of believing in your power is learning to trust your intuition. Often people second-guess themselves, relying too heavily on the opinions of others or seeking constant reassurance. But when you believe in your own power, you learn to listen to your inner voice and trust your instincts. Your intuition can be a powerful guide in making decisions that align with your true self. When you trust your instincts, you make choices that feel authentic to you, rather than trying to please others or fit into external expectations. Believing in your power also means setting boundaries and protecting your energy. When you understand your worth, you learn to say no to things that don't align with your values or that drain your energy. You stop overextending yourself or putting others' needs ahead of your own. Setting healthy boundaries is a form of self-respect and ensures that you have the emotional and physical energy needed to pursue your goals and maintain your well-being. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in your power is another vital aspect of this process. When you have a supportive network, you are more likely to stay motivated, confident, and focused on your goals. Being around people who uplift and encourage you helps reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving greatness. Similarly, it's important to distance yourself from people who undermine your confidence or belittle your potential. The people you choose to surround yourself with have a significant impact on your ability to believe in your own power. Lastly, believing in your power means giving yourself permission to grow and evolve. It's easy to get stuck in old patterns or self-limiting beliefs, but when you embrace your power, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Personal growth requires a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, challenge yourself, and be open to change. Every step you take outside of your familiar boundaries is an opportunity to learn and grow, and with each new experience, you strengthen your belief in your own power. Believing in your power is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. It's about consistently choosing to trust in your abilities, even when faced with uncertainty or challenges. The more you embrace your inner strength, the more you will be able to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and resilience. When you believe in your power, you give yourself the freedom to pursue your dreams, to make bold decisions, and to create the life you truly desire. Learning to say no is a skill that carries immense power. It's not just a word, it's a statement of self-respect and clarity. Many women are conditioned to believe that saying yes is the polite, acceptable thing to do, even when it comes at a cost to their well-being. This mindset often leads to exhaustion, resentment, and a life filled with commitments that don't align with personal goals or values. Saying no doesn't make you difficult or unkind, it simply means you understand your priorities and are choosing to honor them. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to something that could. Time and energy are finite resources, and how you spend them defines your life. When you take on tasks or obligations out of guilt or fear of disappointing others, you're depleting yourself for the wrong reasons. There's a difference between being helpful and being stretched too thin. To master this art, it's crucial to recognize that you can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Saying no also teaches others how to treat you. It sets clear boundaries and communicates that your time and energy are valuable. People who respect you will understand and appreciate your honesty. Those who don't may push back, but that only reveals their lack of consideration for your well-being. Boundaries are not walls meant to shut people out, they are safeguards that protect what matters most. When you create boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're ensuring that you can show up fully for the commitments and people that truly matter. It's important to practice saying no with confidence and kindness. You don't need to over-explain or apologize excessively. A simple, polite refusal is enough. For example, instead of saying, "I'm so sorry, but I can't help you with this because I'm just so overwhelmed," you can say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to commit to this right now." This approach is both firm and respectful, leaving no room for guilt or misunderstanding. The fear of missing out often complicates the ability to say no. It's easy to worry that declining an opportunity might close doors or alienate you from certain social circles. However, when you focus on what truly aligns with your goals and values, you'll realize that every no creates space for something better. It's about trusting that the opportunities meant for you won't require you to compromise your well-being. Sometimes saying no also means saying it to yourself. This could be declining distractions, bad habits, or unnecessary commitments that pull you away from your goals. Self-discipline is an essential aspect of this practice. It requires you to recognize what truly matters and to resist the temptation of immediate gratification or external validation. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Learning to say no is a gradual process. It takes practice, patience, and a deep understanding of your own priorities. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You'll find that you feel lighter, freer, and more in control of your life. You'll have the mental and emotional bandwidth to focus on what truly matters, whether that's advancing in your career, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking care of yourself. Saying no is a form of empowerment. It's a reminder that you have the right to choose how you live your life and who you spend it with. It's an affirmation that your goals, dreams, and well-being are important. By mastering this art, you're not just protecting yourself from unnecessary stress, you're creating a life that is intentional, meaningful, and uniquely yours. The next time you're faced with a request or an opportunity, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself if it aligns with your values and priorities. Consider the cost of saying yes and whether it's something you're willing to bear. And remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to yourself. Taking ownership of your life is a powerful and liberating act. It means stepping into the full responsibility of your journey. Acknowledging that you are the one in control of your actions, decisions, and the way you respond to the circumstances around you. This doesn't mean that life will always be fair or that you will have all the answers, but it does mean that you stop waiting for external factors to change before you take action. Ownership of your life is about taking charge of your narrative, understanding that no one else can live your dreams or walk your path for you. When you take ownership, you stop blaming others for where you are or where you're not. It's easy to fall into the trap of making excuses or placing the responsibility for your success or failure on other people or on situations beyond your control. But true empowerment comes from realizing that while you can't control everything around you, you can always control how you respond. You can control the choices you make each day, and those choices ultimately determine the course of your life. Owning your life also means accepting that success is not handed to you, it's earned through consistent effort, resilience, and a willingness to push through setbacks. Life isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal set of circumstances. The perfect time to take control of your life is right now. Waiting for things to align, for the stars to somehow magically come into place, only delays your progress. Success isn't about being in the right place at the right time, it's about being the right person in any situation, making the most of the opportunities you're given, and creating new ones when necessary. Taking ownership is about understanding that no one owes you anything. While it's natural to want support or validation from others, you must first find validation within yourself. This doesn't mean you shouldn't seek advice or mentorship, but it means you must recognize that your growth, your progress, and your achievements are ultimately your responsibility. Whether it's choosing your career path, the relationships you engage in, or your daily habits, you are the one who must make those decisions. It's also about recognizing that failure is not something to fear, but rather a part of the journey. When you take ownership, you embrace the reality that you will face challenges and setbacks along the way. These are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better equipped for the next challenge. It's through failure that you gain wisdom and resilience. Rather than allowing failures to define you, use them as the foundation upon which you can build a stronger future. Taking ownership of your life means understanding that you have the power to change. If something in your life isn't working, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a habit, you have the power to change it. Change often requires courage, patience, and hard work, but it is always possible. When you recognize that you have the ability to make decisions that impact your future, you realize how much control you actually have. Taking ownership means actively seeking solutions, making adjustments, and doing the work to create a life that aligns with your values and desires. It also involves making the difficult decision to let go of things that no longer serve you. This can include toxic relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or limiting beliefs about yourself. Holding on to things out of fear, guilt, or comfort can keep you stuck in a life that isn't aligned with your true potential. Letting go requires courage, but it is necessary for growth. When you release what no longer serves you, you create space for new opportunities, new experiences, and new people who align with your purpose and goals. Taking ownership is not about perfection. It's about progress and the willingness to show up for yourself every single day, even when things are difficult. It's about consistently making choices that move you closer to your goals, even when the path is unclear or challenging. You don't have to have all the answers. In fact, taking ownership often means being comfortable with uncertainty and trusting the process. You are not defined by your circumstances, but by how you choose to respond to them. Ultimately, taking ownership of your life is a declaration of your worth and potential. It is the understanding that you are worthy of the life you desire and capable of creating it. You don't have to wait for permission to live the life you want. You don't have to look to others to validate your path. You have the power to create, to change, and to shape your future. When you take ownership of your life, you step into your full potential, knowing that you are the creator of your destiny. The relationships you build in your life have a profound impact on your emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. People often underestimate how much influence the people around them can have, but the truth is, those you allow into your circle can shape your thoughts, your energy, and even the trajectory of your life. Building relationships that nourish you isn't just about finding people to spend time with, it's about creating connections that uplift you, support your growth, and provide a sense of peace and encouragement. Nourishing relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. These are the connections where you feel valued, heard, and appreciated for who you are, not for what you can do for someone else. They are spaces where you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment, and where your successes are celebrated, not envied. A healthy relationship allows you to grow into the best version of yourself while also encouraging the other person to do the same. It's a two-way street where both parties benefit and thrive. The reality is, not every relationship in your life will nourish you. Some connections might drain your energy, cause you stress, or even hold you back from achieving your potential. Recognizing these dynamics is crucial. It's not about labeling people as good or bad, it's about understanding whether their presence in your life aligns with your values and supports your well-being. When a relationship consistently brings negativity or takes more than it gives, it may be time to reassess its place in your life. Choosing to step away from relationships that no longer serve you can be challenging. It's natural to feel a sense of guilt or fear of confrontation. However, letting go of toxic connections is not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-respect. You deserve to surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you and who contribute to your life in meaningful ways. It's about creating room for the kind of connections that will help you grow, not those that will weigh you down. Equally important is seeking out relationships with people who inspire and challenge you. These are the connections that push you to think bigger, work harder, and dream higher. Surround yourself with individuals who have qualities you admire, whether it's their work ethic, their kindness, or their ability to stay grounded in the face of challenges. By being around people who strive for greatness, you're more likely to adopt those same qualities and attitudes in your own life. Nourishing relationships also provide a sense of balance and support during difficult times. Life is full of challenges, and having a strong support system can make all the difference. Whether it's a friend who listens without judgment, a mentor who offers guidance, or a loved one who simply reminds you that you're not alone, These relationships act as a source of strength and resilience. They remind you that even in your toughest moments, you have people in your corner who believe in you. Building these kinds of relationships requires effort and intentionality. It's not enough to simply hope for better connections, you have to actively seek them out and nurture them. This starts with being the kind of person you'd want to have in your own life. Be supportive, be kind, and be present. Show up for the people you care about, not just in good times, but also when they need you most. When you invest in others with genuine care and authenticity, you create the foundation for a relationship that can grow and thrive over time. It's also important to recognize the value of reciprocity in relationships. While it's natural for the balance to shift at times, a healthy connection involves both giving and receiving. If you find yourself constantly giving without receiving anything in return, it's worth examining whether the relationship is truly nourishing you. On the other hand, if you're always the one taking, it may be time to reflect on how you can contribute more to the relationship. True connection comes from a place of mutual care and effort. Lastly, cherish the relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment. Take time to express gratitude for the people who make your life better, whether it's through small gestures or heartfelt conversations. Let them know how much they mean to you and how much you value their presence in your life. When you appreciate and nurture these connections, you not only strengthen them but also create a ripple effect of positivity and love in your world. Building relationships that nourish you is one of the most important investments you can make in your life. The people you surround yourself with have the power to shape your journey, your happiness, and your sense of purpose. By choosing connections that uplift, inspire, and support you, you create a foundation for a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. The relationships are a reflection of the energy you give and receive, so choose wisely, nurture intentionally, and always prioritize those that truly add value to your life. Your mind is your most valuable asset. The quality of your thoughts determines the direction of your life. What you feed your mind is as important as the air you breathe and the food you eat. It's essential to protect it from negativity, distractions, and influences that don't serve your growth. Be deliberate about what you consume, whether it's the media you watch, the conversations you engage in, or even the thoughts you entertain. A woman who protects her mind understands that peace and clarity come from within and are nurtured by wisdom and self-reflection. It's not just about blocking out the noise, it's about creating an environment where your mind can thrive. Choose to fill it with positivity, knowledge, and perspectives that challenge you to grow into your best self. When your mind is strong, it becomes your compass, guiding you toward the life you want to create. Mastering the art of saying no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Society often places expectations on women to say yes to everything, to be accommodating, to please, to avoid confrontation. But a life spent saying yes to everyone else often leaves no room for saying yes to yourself. Learning to say no is not about being rude or dismissive, it's about protecting your energy and prioritizing what truly matters. Each time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or goals, you create space for opportunities that do. It takes courage to set boundaries, but those boundaries are necessary for living a focused and fulfilling life. When you learn to say no without guilt, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your sense of self. The relationships you cultivate play a significant role in shaping your journey. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you higher or hold you back. Be intentional about the company you keep. Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and bring positivity into your life. Relationships should be a source of support and nourishment, not a drain on your energy. If someone consistently makes you feel small or undervalued, it's okay to step away. Letting go of toxic connections is not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-care. A woman who builds a strong, supportive circle understands the value of quality over quantity. Even if your circle is small, let it be filled with people who believe in you and push you to believe in yourself. Taking ownership of your life is about recognizing that your journey is yours alone. No one else can walk your path or fulfill your dreams. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming circumstances, other people, or even the past for where you are. But true empowerment comes when you take responsibility for your choices, your actions, and your outcomes. This doesn't mean life will always be fair or easy, but it does mean you have the power to shape your response to challenges. When you take ownership of your life, you stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to succeed. You become the author of your story, and you begin to create a life that reflects your values, your aspirations, and your purpose. Perfection is not the goal, nor should it be. Too often women hold themselves to impossibly high standards, believing they must excel in every area of their lives to be worthy. But perfection is an illusion, and chasing it often leads to frustration and burnout. Instead, embrace progress. Celebrate small victories and focus on the steps you're taking to move closer to your goals. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Each mistake is a lesson, each challenge an opportunity to become stronger. When you shift your focus from perfection to progress, you open yourself up to possibilities you may have overlooked in your pursuit of flawlessness. Give yourself grace and permission to evolve. Belief in your power is the foundation of everything. Without it, even the most well-laid plans can falter. To truly achieve the extraordinary, you must first believe that you are capable of extraordinary things. This belief is not arrogance, it's confidence in the unique strengths, talents, and perspectives you bring to the table. The world needs what you have to offer, but before others can see it, you must see it in yourself. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through action. Each step you take, each challenge you face, and each goal you accomplish reinforces the belief that you are strong, capable, and worthy. Life is a reflection of the choices you make, the boundaries you set, and the mindset you cultivate. These principles are not just abstract ideas, they are tools for building a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it when you remain committed to protecting your mind, prioritizing your time, nurturing meaningful relationships, and owning your unique path.